Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And I come to you from Bondi Icebergs on this awesome Saturday. As you can see, the water's just smashing into the pool. I've just happily completed my 40 laps, which is a 2-kilometre swim, and thought I'd be in the mood to deliver a 5am club. The pool opens here at 6:30am, so I was here at 6:30 and there was a huge queue of people waiting to get in. And just as I was coming down the stairs, one of the swimming coaches came up and said the water was absolutely magnificent, and I can attest to that. It's probably at about 20 degrees at the moment or more, but it's delightful swimming conditions, and it's an awesome way to kick off a Sunday and kick off the week. So what I want to do today is I just want to continue along a vein of thinking, given that we've got New Year's coming up shortly, and a lot of us will be trying to work out what we're going to do in 2021, given that for many people 2020 was a bit of a write-off. But I read a book just recently entitled Your Best Year Ever, written by Michael Hyatt. And Michael Hyatt talks about the importance of spending some time trying to figure out how to bring balance into your life. And he talks about the life wheel and the 10 areas that we need to focus on, and the 10 areas that we need to focus on concurrently. Because what he says is that each area of your life wheel, are all interrelated. So you can't just focus on one area, because by focusing on one area, you'll bring in balance to all the other areas, because everything's interrelated, interconnected, internetworked, and you need to get all of them happening at the same time. As big as it sounds and as daunting as it sounds, it's not all that difficult when you sit and put your mind to it. So the 10 areas that the author talks about, and he talks about taking a holistic approach in our life wheel. The 10 areas are broken up into health areas, relationship areas, and personal areas. So let's just go through each one of them, and then what I'll do is I'll just focus on each one and just suggest areas that I'm going to maybe focusing on in 2020. So in terms of the health areas, because a lot of us understand that our health is our wealth. So unless you're healthy, unless you give your health top priority, then all the other areas of your life are going to be a bit of a mess. So the first area that he talks about is your mental health, then followed by your physical health, spiritual health, and intellectual health. So there are 4 areas of health. Then in terms of relationships, he talks about marriage, parental, and friends. And then the last 3 areas are job, hobbies, personal, and your finances. So how do we go about setting up some goals and some things to try and achieve in 2021? So I guess in the mental health area, the sort of things that we can look at doing is to be a lot more positive, to hang out with a lot more positive people, and to, I guess, read as much as you can, and delve into as much source material on personal development that can help you build your mental health. Another area that you can focus on is maybe journaling your thoughts, journaling what's crossing your mind. And if you've got negative thoughts, which we all have negative thoughts and self-image sort of challenges, then to document them in your journal, and then take some time to analyse and sit down and try and rationalise and work out what is going on. In terms of physical health, we need to stay active. We need to look after our health. So we need to make sure that we're focusing on what we're eating. So, managing our weight and our physical health in terms of our body image. So maybe cutting out carbs, drinking lots of water, walking is something that I plan to do. I will continue my dance fitness in the new year, as well as my lap swimming as often as I can. So we need to both have anaerobic exercise. For me, my aerobic exercise is my swimming, my dance fitness, and my anaerobic, which I haven't focused on, to tell you the truth, for quite a while, and I can see that my arms have atrophied and my upper body has atrophied. So I'll do a lot more weight resistance training in the new year, just to build some strength and some bone density. In terms of spiritual health, this is an area that many people are very lacking in. We all have been or are spiritual pygmies to a certain extent. So the sort of things that we can look at doing is, I guess, starting with prayer, having a structured prayer routine on a daily basis. The other thing you can do is to read the scriptures, read an excerpt from a scripture every day, and there are plenty of websites that enable the daily scriptures to come to you on your phone, where you can read those scriptures. Church attendance, I guess for many people, going to church has become a rarity. Unless it's a wedding, a funeral, a christening, Good Friday, or some sort of event where you've been invited by other people to go to church. Most people have never been to church on their own to pray and to visit a church on their own. So maybe a target for 2021 is to just get up one Sunday and go to church by yourself, without your parents, your friends, your partner, or anybody else. Something to think about. The fourth area is intellectual health, and I guess the way you can build your intellectual health is through reading. The thing that I've picked up lately and I'm doing, which is helping me a lot with my intellectual health, is doing these 5 a.m. clubs, where I get to read a book summary and then express it and talk about it and post a blog. So reading, talking, engaging are all very, very important aspects of maintaining our intellectual health. And you can combine your intellectual health with, say, your spiritual health. You can read the Bible. I was amazed the other day to find out that the Bible has almost 1 million words in it. So to read the Bible in itself is a very, very intellectually stimulating event in one's life. And you'll probably come across more words in the Bible than any other written work that you'll come across. So that not only will you improve your intellectual capacity, you will also improve your vocabulary as well. In terms of marriage, we need to nurture our relationships with our partners on a regular basis. We need to, one author suggested that one thing that you can do, which will have tremendous results, is to be competitive with your partner. Try and be as competitive as you can, to be as understanding as you can, or as thoughtful as you can, to organise date nights, to just do things, to build and maintain that spark, and to continue your caring and your loving attitude to each other. From a parental perspective, depending on how old your children are, if your children are young, of course you need to focus on being the best possible parent ever and being a great role model. If you're my age, then you've got your grandparenting responsibilities, which you can continue to enhance and enjoy for as long as possible. I had an example just the other day where my eldest granddaughter, while she was playing, got a bit too vigorous and pushed over her little sister, where she fell over and hit her head. and we were scared that she'd injured herself. And I got so cranky, and I started shouting at my eldest granddaughter, which of course reduced her to tears, and she was very, very upset and crying for quite a while. But the next day I called her, I went over and visited her, and I apologised to her, and I said that what I did was out of line. I shouldn't have shouted at her, and I promised that I will never ever do it again. And I saw that that was very, very comforting to her. So find ways of connecting and being a role model for children and for all of those people around you. The next area is friendships. We need to nurture our friendships. We need to do whatever we can to build and continue our friendships. And rather than look for new friends, the key is to be a good friend to the friends that you have, and to be open and welcoming to all the people who you come into contact with, and offer a helping hand wherever possible. In terms of the job front, we need to keep on invigorating ourselves. We need to keep on learning new skills to build our work capital, so that we are the sort of person that your employer needs or your clients need. So you need to keep on working throughout the new year and to identify little tasks or goals to achieve in order to keep your job, and not only keep your job, to be the best possible person at your job. Hobbies and your personal, you need to focus on yourself. You need to be your own best friend. You need to do things to keep yourself active, to keep yourself interested, to keep yourself relevant and connected. So the sort of hobbies that I enjoy doing, hobbies which also improve my fitness. So I've got my swimming, I've got my photography, I've got my dance fitness, and this year or next year I'm going to join a choir. So I'm going to spend some more time expressing my singing, and also just helping and building the sort of things that are uplifting to my soul. So hobbies and your personal are very, very important. And whilst it's important to be there for everybody else, it's also just as important to be there for yourself, to be your own best friend, and to be somebody who uplifts yourself on a daily basis, a person who challenges yourself, and also somebody who just maintains an interest in life, so that you maintain your relevance and your connection. And the last one of all is to manage your finances, and to ensure that you've got enough money to not only keep yourself healthy, safe, and preserved, but also to use that money to bring joy to family, friends, and all those around you. Money makes the world go round, as Zig Ziglar says. Money, while it's not the most important thing in the world, it's second only to oxygen. It's second only to oxygen. So you need to keep your eye on the ball, you need to take risks, and you need to stay positive. You can't make money by being negative. You can't make money and you can't build wealth by being a Debbie Downer, by being the negative Nancy. So make sure you're hanging out with people who are going to help you grow your fortune, your wealth. I have a very, very close contact with my share broker and my property manager. So I spend a lot of time with those two individuals, because those two individuals are in a position to help me build my finances, maintain my finances, and keep my finances. So 2021 is promising to be a bumper year. The recession is now well over here in Australia. COVID-19 with the vaccines and all of that will be better controlled in 2021, and both the share market and property market will be galloping ahead. There'll be ups and downs. We know there'll be ups and downs, but the important thing is to be positioned in front of explosive growth and to not to wait for things to happen, but to be there in preparation for the turnaround and to make the most of the opportunities as and when they present themselves. Anyway, thank you very much once again for joining me. It's an awesome summer's day. The sun is shimmering across the water, as you can see there in the background. The pool is at a magnificent temperature. The ocean is just oxygenating and just stirring up that water. It was like that when I was swimming before, so you'd be swimming in one lane and you'd be pushed across to the other. But I love playing rough. I love being rough, and it's something which resonates with me. That water, just those whiteouts in that water, and that water just smashing into the pool is just something which is beautiful. And I've heard that when you're in the water for over 20 minutes, the salts, the minerals in the ocean water permeate your skin, your membrane. You're taking it through your mouth, through your nose, through your eyes, and through your body, and it does have a positive and nurturing health benefit. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation once again. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, let's get ourselves in order, let's get ourselves in balance. Let's have a look at our life wheel, take a holistic approach. Let's identify 3 goals for each of those 10 areas in our lives and focus on it on a daily basis. Let's just do a little every day to keep the momentum going, and you'll be surprised how invigorated you will be, how energized you will be, how fulfilled you will be by knowing that your life is balanced and that you're doing the best you possibly can in each area. Life's a gift. Today is a gift. We must never forget that today will never ever come back again. It's a gift from God, and your job, our job, is to make the most of it, because we don't know how many more summers we've got left in our lives. We don't know how many days we've got. We've got 168 hours a week to make the most of every week, and the call to action is to prepare. Prepare now for New Year's Eve, prepare now for 2021, and don't just wait for 5 minutes to 12 when you're pissed and you're forced to make some New Year's resolution which will dissipate and evaporate by early February 2021. Make your goals now. Decide now what you want to do, who you want to be, who you want to hang out with, and how you want to get there, and just do it. Promise yourself you're going to do it, and just do it. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself. And once you do it for yourself, you will be more. You'll be more to everybody else, and you'll be able to contribute to everybody else and be a better and bigger value to all the people you come into contact with. Take care, live, learn, and pass it on. And I look forward to coming to you again tomorrow from a different location with a different message from Jim's 5 a.m. Club. Yasas, sasagapao, and take care, and all the best. Bye-bye. Cheerio.